Thousands of clinical visits, thousands of medical tests, thousands of treatments, thousands of hospitalizations, surgeries, pills, injections. This goes on in every city and every country around the globe every day. And for what? Symptom relief? Isn't it time to get to the core of who we are and how we create our lives so that we can figure out what we want to keep and what we want to let go of and what we want to create going forward? For me, the answers to these questions is a big yes, and that is why I made the shift into holistic healing. Now, over 10 years later, I am finding my way to sharing what I've been learning, because yes, I'm still learning and still believing that authentic healing is possible and may be simpler than we might at first imagine. More than 10 years of study, of practicing modality after modality, I have learned to shift energy in an instant. I've learned to clear fragmented sensory memories of past traumas. I've forgiven myself and others. I have learned to be grateful for the little things, and I believe I deserve to receive good things. So much healing, so much possibility unleashed, now that I no longer subconsciously put so much energy into chronic survival response. One of the things I am grateful for is a recent training I attended where Dr. Eric Gentry presented 4 steps to trauma healing. Having studied most of these topics in detail in the past few years, I have found it so easy to get lost in the maze of holistic healing, especially when you deep dive into research. This presentation simplified the whole process in my mind, organizing it into what really works for trauma healing. It's like a how-to manual for therapeutic healing. I introduced these 4 steps in video 1 of this series. Video 2 is focused on how a positive therapeutic relationship can increase effectiveness of any modality by about 500%. Now in this video, I will introduce psychoeducation and skills building, which to me is where we touch into the core of what works for holistic healing. Honestly, in my view, psychoeducation and skill building is more than one step in the process of healing trauma. It has 3 main parts. First, understanding how your nervous system works. Second, learning to apply self-directed compassion. And third, learning and practicing some self-regulation skills. Now, understanding your nervous system and how it works is not impossible, even for the average person. It's kind of like learning to drive a car. You don't need to know every mechanical component of your automobile in order to drive it. You just need to know enough about what it is and how it works, learn how to get it gassed up, get it started, and keep it going so you can go where you want to go. And it's really great if you can enjoy the drive and get there safely too. When it comes to understanding your nervous system, you will want to know the basic form and function, how it works to keep you safe and help you navigate this world, and what it needs from you to be able to help you create a life that you love to live. I will share more details about your nervous system and how it works in other videos, and you might be amazed at how much difference this can make to simply understand that so much reactive behavior is simply a function of the nervous system perceiving threat even when there is none. Once you make that connection, some of the negative emotions that are common experiences among people who have survived trauma can be resolved. You will find a way to forgive yourself for not being perfect. You will find a way to be grateful that your body kept you alive through detrimental circumstances and events. And In this step, emotional healing processes like the emotion code or theta healing or intuitive compassion can be quite healing. Looking back after years of practicing these and other emotional healing modalities, I realize that I no longer get triggered into old patterns of fear, resentment, anger, depression, or anxiety. So I am living proof that it is possible to shift out of shame and into self-directed compassion, and then to even experience higher vibrational emotions and find pure joy in just being alive. The third part of this step is where you learn specific skills that you can use anytime, anywhere to quickly get your autonomic nervous system out of the threat response and into the relaxation mode, even when you're in the middle of the chaos of living daily life. There are 4 specific basic skills that Dr. Gentry taught in this section, and they are quick and easy to do. So keep watching for more videos in this series, and I will share them with you. I promise that authentic healing is possible, and it may be simpler than we might at first imagine. I invite you to leave me some feedback about this and the other videos. Have they been helpful so far? What questions do these bring up for you? Blessings of love and light. See you in the next video.